Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's video where we're going to find out what it would look like if the CFP Committee used the FCS style playoffs to determine the FBS national champion. The past 10 years, they have used the 4-team format for the playoffs. Next year, they're moving to the 12-team. It's always been debated what is the best style, and the FCS is our personal favorite to determine the national champion. It's a 24-team playoff, 10 automatic bids, 14 at-large bids. For our tournament, the 10 at-large bids are going to the conference champions. The 14 at-large bids are going to the remaining teams according to the college football playoff ranking. 8 teams get a first-round bye. Those are going to be according to the highest-ranked conference champions, and for the ones that aren't ranked, it goes off a better record. The FCS uses a committee to determine the first-round matchups based off of multiple factors, including location, have they played before the season, and so on. We don't have a committee, so we're going to use the Wheel of Destiny. After the wheel has filled out all the first-round matchups, we'll get started. The first 2 rounds will be hosted at the higher seeds home field. After that, the quarterfinals and semifinals are hosted at New Year's 6 locations in the Alamo Bowl, and the national championship game will be held at the Rose Bowl. So let's go ahead and find out who would win if we use the FCS style format to determine a national champion. Our first matchup takes us to beautiful Athens, Georgia for a showdown between the Arizona Wildcats and the Georgia Bulldogs. Let's dive right into the action. On this 3rd and 10, their first drive, Fafita jots back and he's picked off. Interception on the first drive. Georgia gets a decent return all the way down to about the 27-yard line. The following possession, Georgia goes 3 and out. They have to settle for this 46-yard field goal. After exchanging 3 and outs, Georgia would try to tackle on this 57-yard field goal. It misses. That would end the first quarter. Georgia leads 3-0. On to the second quarter, Georgia with the ball. Beck drops back. He's looking. He fires. It's going to be picked off by Arizona. Huge interception for the Wildcat. The ensuing drive, we have a goal-to-go situation. Fafita is going to take the snap. Drop back. He's looking. He finds Cowing wide open, corner of the end zone. After forcing another Georgia 3 and out, Arizona trying to score again before halftime. Fafita drops back. He's looking. Fires deep. And McMillan has a fantastic catch for another touchdown. We would head to halftime with a shocking score of Arizona 14, Georgia 3. On to the third quarter, Georgia trying to get something going. Beck drops back. He's going to fire. He has Bowers, who slips the tackles, and he's going to find his way into the end zone for a Georgia touchdown. Georgia would miss the extra point, and that's all the scoring in the third quarter. We head to the fourth, 14-9. In the fourth quarter, Georgia driving again. Beck looking. He fires. He's going to find McConkey. Open. Touchdown Bulldogs. They would go for 2 to make this a 3-point game. Beck looks, fires. He has Lovett in the end zone. They get to 2. Arizona now 4th and inches to keep the game alive. They run the option, and Fafita is stopped. Georgia would run out the clock and survive the massive upset from Arizona. They move on to the next round. Our next matchup takes us to snowy Boise, Idaho for Boise State versus Iowa. Picking up the action mid-first quarter, Green drops back, fires a screen. Dijon reads it perfectly, drops the interception. The ball's loose. Graves is going to pick it up, and he is untouched on his way to the end zone. A scoop and score touchdown for Iowa's defense. That would be the only scoring of the first quarter, and we head to the second. Iowa 7, Boise nothing. In the second quarter, Boise State starts to find a little offense. They get inside the red zone, but they're going to have to settle for a field goal here. The very next drive, more of the same as they knock through a 35-yard field goal here, down by 1 now. 7-6 would be our score at halftime. There was 212 total punt yards in that first half. Picking up the action in the third quarter here, great drive by Iowa, and they get in. Brown scores a 7-yard touchdown pass. Boise State would try to find some rhythm on offense. Green drops back on a 2nd and 12, fires deep. It's going to be picked off by Iowa. Into the fourth quarter now, Boise State driving once again on a 4th down. They're looking. They need some kind of offense here, and the pass is going to fall incomplete. A turnover on down. Boise State with one final chance on offense. Green drops back, looking. Huge completion down the field. A beautiful pass from Green to Cobb. Boise State is on the move. Boise State in hurry-up mode with no timeouts left. Green gets the offense lined up and set. He drops back. He's looking. He's going to fire deep. He hits Caples wide open. Touchdown, Boise State. They need a 2-point to tie. On that 2-point conversion, he drops back. He's looking. And who else but the man who just scored? He finds Caples again. To overtime we go. Iowa with the ball first. Drops back. They're looking. They need a first down, and they're going to get it here. Faced with another third down, he drops back. They're going to dump the screen off, and it's going to go nowhere. They're stuffed. They're going to have to settle for a field goal. They line up the kick, and special teams have been no problem for Iowa today. They lead 17-14. Boise State with a chance now, facing a third down of their own. Green drops back. He's looking. He fires it, but he's going to come up short of getting the first down. Boise State's attempt is going to be up and good, and we head to double overtime now. First play of that second overtime for Boise State. Green drops back. He's looking. He fires. He hits Cobbs wide open for a touchdown. Iowa now needs to respond. Quarterback's going to drop back. Pressure, looking, throws it. He has Johnson. And Johnson fumbles the ball. Boise State's going to recover and hold on for the upset victory at home. Two fantastic games so far in the first round of the playoffs. Boise State moves on. Our next game is going to take us to freezing cold South Bend, Indiana for Oregon State versus Notre Dame. Notre Dame on their first possession. Hartman's going to drop back. He's looking. Under pressure, he fires. It's going to be intercepted by Oregon State's defense. On the ensuing Oregon State drive, DJ Uiagalelei in the pocket. Drops back. He's looking. He fires it deep. He hits Bolden. Touchdown. Notre Dame now on offense, moving the ball very well. Hartman again drops back. He's looking. He fires. It's going to be intercepted again. Hartman's second interception of the first quarter. After a methodical Oregon State drive, DJ on the read option, up the middle, and he's going to score on a 5-yard touchdown. Notre Dame on their next offensive play. They need some kind of rhythm here. Hartman drops back, fires over the middle, and it's again intercepted. 3 interceptions in the first quarter by Hartman. That would bring the first quarter to a close. Oregon State 14, Notre Dame nothing. Oregon State with that great field position. On the 5-yard line, they hand it off to Martinez, who goes up the gut, 4-yard touchdown. Notre Dame needing any sign of life from this offense. Hartman's going to drop back once again. Looking, he fires it deep. He finds Tyree wide open in the middle of the field, and he will go all the way. Touchdown Irish. Notre Dame's starting to show signs of life, but Oregon State's not done yet. They're going to knock through this 50-yard field goal from Hayes. Notre Dame attempts to respond with a 44-yarder from Schrader, and it's good. Trying to add 3 more just before halftime, and Schrader knocks this one through too. Heading to the locker rooms, Oregon State 24, Notre Dame 13. Into the third quarter now, Oregon State driving again. DJ read option, he's going to keep himself 1-yard touchdown run. Heading to the fourth quarter, it's going to take a miracle comeback for the Irish to win this. Notre Dame threatening in the fourth quarter on the 5-yard line. Hartman drops back, he's looking. Fires it, and it's intercepted again. The 4th interception for Sam Hartman in this game. Oregon State would hold on from there in an emphatic 31-13 win for the Beavers. The tournament keeps on rolling along with another exciting matchup. NC State travels to take on Ole Miss. Middle of the first quarter, NC State on the first drive, a 48-yard field goal here from Narveson. That score would hold through the remainder of the first quarter. First play of the second quarter, it's going to be an option. Dart pitches it to Junkins. Junkins gets a crease, and he could go all the way. Touchdown, Ole Miss. The Rebels trying to score again before halftime. Dart gets a snap. He drops back. He's looking. Fires. Picked off by the Wolfpack defense. We would head to halftime. Ole Miss 7, NC State 3. Into the third quarter now. Armstrong drops back. He's looking. Fires. It's going to be intercepted. The ensuing position, Ole Miss having a great drive. We're going to hand it off to Heath, who finds the edge, makes a couple men miss, and he goes all the way. Touch. At the end of 3, Ole Miss in control, up 14-3. NC State, 4th and goal, trying to punch this one in. The read option, and it's going to get stuffed up the middle. Ole Miss now with the ball, trying to get out of dangerous territory. They run a read option of their own, and Dart stumbles backwards into the end zone. It's going to be a safety for NC State. After the punt, NC State drives it down from 42 yards out. Narveson knocks it through. It's a 1-possession game. NC State with one final chance, 30 seconds left. Armstrong drops back. He looks, he fires. It's picked off. Ole Miss is going to hang on to win this one. Final score 14-8. Another exciting matchup in these playoffs. The next first-round matchup is a highly anticipated one. LSU travels to take on Ohio State. After the first drive stalls out, LSU for 57 yards out, and Ramos knocks it through. Ohio State attempts to respond with a 57-yarder of their own, and Ruggles just misses. And that's how the first quarter would end. LSU 3, Ohio State nothing. Into the second quarter now, Heisman winner Jaden Daniels drops back, looking, fires over the middle to Anderson, touchdown LSU. Ohio State needing some kind of points here, turn the Ruggles again from 56 yards out, and he misses. Is the third time the charm from 43 yards. Finally, Ruggles knocks one through. We head to halftime, LSU 10, Ohio State 3. We move late in the third quarter, Ohio State trying to build momentum. McCord fires, and he's going to hit Marvin Harrison Jr. wide open. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And we head to the fourth quarter, all tied up at 10. Early fourth quarter, game still tied. Ohio State with the ball, trying to make another drive. McCord drops back, he dumps it in the flats to Henderson. Henderson cuts off field, and he fumbles it. LSU pounces on the ball, they get it back. Off the turnover, LSU on the 1. Daniels drops back, scrambling, looking, and he's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU. Late in the fourth quarter now, Ohio State driving. Fourth down, McCord drops back, he's looking, he fires to the end zone, he has his man, it's dropped! LSU forces a turnover on downs off the dropped touchdown pass. And that'll do it from Columbus, a huge victory for LSU as they advance. Our next matchup takes us to Eugene, Oregon, to watch the surprise team in the SEC, the Missouri Tigers, take on the Oregon Ducks. Tigers first possession, faced with a 3rd and 4. Cook drops back, he's looking, he's going to fire off to the left. Deep, it's picked off by the Oregon defense. Oregon's drive would get inside the 10 but stall, and they settle for a field goal from Lewis. At the end of the first, Ducks 3, Tigers nothing. Middle of the second quarter now, Ducks driving. Nix under center, takes a snap, drops back, he's looking, fires, touchdown. Just before halftime, trying to add another 3 with Lewis, and it's good from 42 yards out. Ducks lead 13-0 at the break. Early third quarter now, Mizzou with the ball. Cook fires a screen pass, and it's picked off, untouched into the end zone. Touchdown Ducks. Late third quarter now, Ducks trying to add on another 3, and Lewis is now 3 for 3. We head to the final frame with the Ducks firmly in control, 23-0. Fourth quarter now, Missouri trying to get anything going offensively. Cook drops back, he looks, he's going to tuck it and run it right at the middle. Touchdown, Missouri's on the board. They would go for 2, not get it, and Oregon is able to run at the clock. They hold on to win, 23-6. Just 2 games left in the first round here. Next up, we go to Miami, Ohio, home of the MAC champions, as they host Penn State. Early first quarter, Penn State first drive, handoff to Singleton up the middle. He makes a few men miss. He could go all the way. No, he's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. Penn State, though, in hurry up, they line up. Alar gets the snap, hands it off to Singleton, and he's going to punch it in. Later in the first quarter, the Nittany Lions call on Falcons from 37 yards, and he's going to knock this one through, 10-0. That's how the first quarter would end. Penn State in control early. Now in the second quarter, Miami, Ohio trying to get on the board, and they knock this one through from 25. Penn State drives down the field from inside the 5. The read option, Alar's going to keep it up the middle. The Redhawks could really use a touchdown here. Drops back, fires over the middle, touchdown. Just before halftime here, 53 yards out. Nicholson nails it. Heading into halftime, we have another great game on our hands. Penn State leads 17-13. Into the third quarter now from 45 yards out. Nicholson again makes it a 1-point after a great goal line stand. Penn State from 20 yards makes it a 4-point game. That's how we head to the fourth quarter. After forcing a Miami punt, Penn State needs to convert this third down to seal the game. Alar drops back, looks, fires, first down. Penn State hangs on to win this one 20-16. And now for the final showdown of the first round, Louisville travels to Oklahoma to take on the Sooners. Late in the first quarter, Louisville from 59 yards out, Travelstead is going to kick it just short. He misses. Oklahoma now looking to capitalize off the miss. Gabriel gets the snap, drops back, pump fakes, looking. He unloads it deep, picked off Louisville with a huge interception. We head to the second, all knotted up at 0. Late second quarter now, Louisville driving, snap, hands off the middle of the Jordan. He runs a guy over, touchdown, Cardinals. The Sooners trying to get some points before halftime. Gabriel drops back, fires, it's picked off again. Gabriel's second interception. The Cardinals trying to make this a 2-possession game from 57 yards out, and Travelstead just misses again. We head to halftime now, Louisville up 7-0. Third quarter now, Louisville with the ball, Plummer drops back, looks, fires, it's picked off. and he has a clear path in front of him to the end zone. He's rumbling, stumbling, bumbling. Touchdown, Sooners. It's Oklahoma's defense that gets them on the board and sends us to the fourth quarter tied at 7. First play of the fourth quarter now. Travelstead, to shake off his woes, knocks it through from 28. Oklahoma with a great drive. First chance to take the lead of the game. Gabriel snap, drops back, looks. He's going to fire into the end zone, and this one is picked off. Third interception. Louisville now trying to ice the game. Plummer drops back. He's looking. He fires it deep, and this one's intercepted. Oklahoma's going to have a chance to go down and win it. Under a minute to go now. Oklahoma needs points here. Gabriel gets a snap, drops back. He looks. He finds Farouk. Touchdown, the leader of the Nation of Domination score. Cardinals with their final chance, 4th and 3. They're going to hand it off, and it is stuffed in the backfield. Oklahoma with a thrilling comeback. They hang on the win, 14-10. What an amazing first round that was. The second round is shaping out to be even better. Hey, while we're taking a quick break from the action, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Help support the channel. We love bringing you college football content. If you want to see more NCAA 14 revamped videos, drop a comment down below. Tell us what you want to see. If your favorite team made it to the second round, make sure you let us know as well. What matchup are you looking forward to down the line in this tournament? We'd love to hear from you guys. So make sure you comment down below and hit like and subscribe. Looking ahead to this second round, Georgia, Michigan, I think is the marquee matchup, and that's obviously going to be a lot of fun. Ole Miss, Florida State, a very, very fun matchup there as well. LSU, Texas, Oklahoma, Washington. There are some really fun matchups in this second round. So let's go ahead and get right into what might be the most anticipated matchup of all the playoffs, and we're going to get it in round 2. Georgia at Michigan. We pick up the action here mid-first quarter. Turner from 57 out. He misses it. Georgia with a try of their own, 31 yards out, and Zirkle knocks this one through. Georgia lead. That score would hold, and we head to the second quarter, 3-0 Georgia. Later on in the second quarter, Beck drops back. He's looking, pressure. He throws. It's going to be intercepted by the Michigan defense. Tackled at the 2-yard line. 2 possessions later, Michigan trying to get some points before halftime here. McCarthy drops back, looks, fires, finds Wilson. He's wide open. Touchdown, Wolverines. Zirkle trying to tack on 3 more before halftime from 57. It's going to be short. Michigan with the chance to return it. Not going to get very far, though, and we head to halftime. Michigan leading 7-3. In the third quarter now, Georgia threatening goal to go. Handoff up the right side. Just shy of the goal line. He fumbles it. Michigan's going to recover another huge red zone turnover. We head to the fourth quarter, still 7-3. Early in the fourth quarter now, this is actually a 4th down attempt. Beck gets a snap, drops back, looking, pressure coming, fires, and it's going to fall incomplete. A turnover on down. Michigan still struggling on offense since that early touchdown. McCarthy looks, fires deep. He has Johnson. He's going to get tackled inside the 10-yard line. 2 plays later, McCarthy snaps, hands off to Corum up the middle, and there's the big man. Georgia running out of time, needs something to happen here. Beck steps back, fires, it's picked off over the middle, and Michigan's going to hang on to win this one 14-3 at the Big House. Huge win for the Wolverines. Next up, we head down to Troy, Alabama, where we have a group of 5 matchup between the Troy Trojans and Boise State. Mid-first quarter here, Boise State on a great drive. Green gets a snap, drops back, he's looking, finds nobody open, decides he's going to run it himself. Touchdown, Boise State. Next possession, Troy drops back, looking, he's going to fire it deep, and Tej Johnson comes back from Oregon and scores a huge touchdown for the Trojans. We head to the second quarter, all tied up at 7. In the second quarter, Troy driving, Watson gets a snap, drops back, he looks, pressure's coming, he throws, it's intercepted by the Boise State defense. They're going to get a decent return here and set up in Troy territory. Just a few plays later, Boise State starting the drive. Green fakes the handoff, drops back, throws over the middle. He slips a few tackles. He's going to go all the way. Touchdown, Boise State. The Trojans bouncing back from that interception, driving. Watson drops back. He throws for the end zone. It's intercepted again. Boise State with their second interception. And that's how we're going to head to halftime. Broncos lead 14-7. We go middle third quarter now. Boise State with a 45-yard field goal from Damas. Troy now attempting to respond, keep it a 1-score game from 45 as well, and Boost knocks it through. After trading field goals, we head to the fourth quarter, 17-10 Boise State. Middle of the fourth now, trying to make it a 2-score game. Dalmas knocks it through again, 20-10. Troy now with the ball, trying to make something happen. Drops back on fourth down. Watson looking, throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Boise State is going to add insult to injury here with another long 49-yard field goal. They're going to hang on the win, 23-10. Staying in the great state of Alabama, we have another matchup with Oregon State traveling to take on the Crimson Tide. On the Tide's first drive, they would recover their own fumble, and from 43 yards out, Will Reichard knocks this one through. Oregon State, their first possession, first play, DJ drops back, looking, throws, intercepted. He has a wide open lane to the end zone. He could go. Oh, no, he's going to get tackled at the 5. 2 plays later, Milroe drops back, looking, finds his tight end, Dupre for the touchdown. We're going to head to the second quarter. Alabama leads 10-0. Early on in the second quarter, Milroe hands off to Williams right up the middle, touchdown. Oregon State back on offense. DJ gets a snap, drops back, he's looking, pressure, throws it, and it's jumped. Interception again. On the ensuing drive, Alabama go, toss to Williams. He finds the corner, he gets in, touchdown Tide. We head to halftime and it's looking ugly. Alabama leads 24-0. In the third quarter, Oregon State looking for any signs of life. DJ drops back, he's looking, throws, he gets a touchdown. The 2-point conversion would fail. Reichard is going to add on this 39-yard field goal, make it 27-6. That would be the score at the end of the third quarter, and there would be no points in the fourth, and that's how the game ends. Alabama wins 27-6. Florida State was snubbed from the 14 playoff. Let's see if they can do anything in the FCS style playoffs. We're headed to Doak Campbell Stadium for Ole Miss versus Florida State. In their first corner, it was a punt off. No points scored. We head to the second, all tied up. In the second quarter, Roadmaker gets a snap, drops back, he's looking, he throws out, it's slobbed, and it's going to be picked off by the Ole Miss defense. They're going to get a decent return out to about the 20. After trading some more punts, Ole Miss looking to get some offense going. Dart's going to fire over the middle. He has Robinson. Can he go all the way? Not quite. They're going to roll him down at the 1. You guys take a look at this. I think he's in. They did not review it, but just 2 plays later, Dart handoff right up the middle to Evans. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Before halftime, Florida State trying to get 3 from 61 yards out. It's going to be short. Ole Miss with a return here, and it's not going to get very far. We're going to head to halftime. Ole Miss leads 7-0. Later on in the third quarter, Florida State looking for their first points. 25 yards out, Fitzgerald knocks it through. Later on, Dart fakes a handoff, fires, and it's jumped, picked off by the Florida State defense. They're going to get a decent return here into Ole Miss territory. They were unable to score before the end of the quarter, so we head to the fourth. The Rebels still lead 7-3. Florida State trying to punch it in now as we make it middle of the third. Roadmaker drops back. He's going to run. He fumbles it. Ole Miss is going to pick it up. He has a clear path. Can anybody catch him? Just past the 50 into Seminole territory. Trying to add on a 54-yard field goal. It's up, and it misses right. Time running out in the fourth. Duffy, the third stringer, drops back. He fires. He's going to find Pittman, corner of the end zone, touchdown. It would be reviewed. It stands. Last chance here for Ole Miss. Dart heaves up a prayer. It's going to fall incomplete. Florida State hangs on the win, 10-7. Speaking of the 4-team playoff, one of the teams that made it in was Texas. They're going to host LSU in this second round matchup. First drive for Texas. Ewers snaps, drops back, looks, pressure's coming, fires. It's picked off by the LSU defense. He almost runs into the end zone, is able to save it, gets out to the 5. LSU would miss a field goal on their next drive. We head to the second quarter tied 0-0. Middle of the second quarter, Texas driving, snap, and you're my boy Blue, hands it off, touchdown Texas. LSU trying to respond. Daniels gets a snap, he's going to drop back, and Big Pimpton spending cheese in the corner of the end zone, touchdown Tiger. Just before halftime, the Longhorns trying to add on 3 from 60 yards out. Auburn misses off the crossbar. We head to halftime tied at 7. First play of the third quarter, Daniels drops back, looking. He throws. It's picked off. They sat on the route and it's picked off by Barron. He's going to return it, breaks a tackle inside the 10, almost to the 5-yard line. 2 plays later, Ewers drops back. He's looking, has a man. He underthrows it. It's jumped. LSU gets the ball right back. On the ensuing drive, Daniels gets a snap, looks, fires, and he finds Thomas. Touchdown. Texas would respond with 3 from Auburn here from 34 yards out. We head to the fourth quarter. The Tigers lead 14-10. Late in the fourth quarter now, Longhorns need some points. Ewers gets the snap, drops back, pressure's coming, fires. He has Kane open, touchdown Longhorns. LSU now with the ball. They need at least 3 points. Daniels gets the snap. He looks, fires. It's picked. No, they dropped the interception. Is this going to be like Texas Tech in 2007? Daniels on 4th down, drops back. He's sacked. Texas is going to hang on the win at home. Won an exciting game, 17-14. We had 2 games in Alabama, and now we have 2 games in Texas. Oregon travels to take on SMU in Dallas. Late in the first quarter here, SMU looking for points. Rogers is going to knock it through from 32 yards. Time winding down in the first quarter. Oregon driving. Nix hands off to Whittington. He gets the edge. He makes a couple men miss. He breaks free. He goes. He breaks another tackle. Touchdown Ducks. We head to the second with Oregon leading 7-3. Mid-second quarter now, SMU driving. Stone gets a snap, drops back. He looks, he fires. He has Curley on the corner of the end zone. Touchdown SMU. Oregon ensuing drive. Nix fires deep. It's picked off by Johnson. Huge turnover for the Mustang. On the ensuing drive, looking for a 55-yard field goal, and Rogers knocks it through. They lead at halftime, 13-7. Middle of the third quarter now, Rogers looking to go 3 for 3 from 35 yards. He's got it. Oregon needing some points here. Nix drops back. He fires. Franklin is wide open. Busted coverage. He goes all the way. A 69 nice yard touchdown. Late third quarter now. Oregon looking to get a stop. Read option. Stone up the middle. He gets a block. He breaks a tackle. 43-yard run for the QB. Touchdown Mustang. We head to the fourth quarter with an upset brewing. Mustangs lead 23-14. Middle of the fourth now. SMU trying to pull away. 4 for 4, Rogers from 40 yards out. Oregon looking for anything here. Nix fires. He finds his man wide open, corner of the end zone, touchdown Franklin. They need the onside kick here. They're not going to get it. SMU is going to win in upset fashion, 26-21.
Oh, come on, man. I can't have shit in this house.
Now, at this point in the playoffs, we ran into our first problem, and one thing I want to address as we've been going along. You've noticed some of the players on some of these teams have either graduated, moved on, transferred out of the school. I did my best to keep up with the rosters and make sure that people that were injured were kept out. Some people did slip through the cracks. There were some people who should not be on the rosters that I accidentally left on. These were rosters I got off of the download online, so I apologize for not catching that stuff sooner. And another thing I want to address right now is, unfortunately, Liberty is not an NCAA 14 revamped. That means I cannot use them in this tournament. So unfortunately, at this time, I have to eliminate Liberty from the playoffs. On that somber note, let's get back to the action. We head up to Seattle, Washington, the Pac-12's last hope in the playoffs. The Huskies host the Oklahoma Sooners. We go late in the first quarter here. Washington driving just outside the red zone. Penix fires. They jump the screen. It's a wide open for Bowman. Nobody's going to catch him. It's a pick six. Sooners jump out to the lead, 7-0. And that's how we would end the first quarter. Let's see what we get in the second. Middle of the second quarter now. Oklahoma looking to add on 3 from 42. Snap, hold, kick. Schmidt knocks it through, 10-0. Washington looking to respond, get it back to a 7-point game. Henry knocks it through from 33. That scoreboard hold till halftime. Looks like another nail-biter. Oklahoma 10, Washington 3. Third quarter, we had no offense. We traded punts. We're going to head to the fourth with the same score. First play of the fourth quarter, read option. Gabriel keeps it around the edge. Touchdown, 17-3. They force a 3-and-out. Next possession, handoff, 24 yards up the middle. Touchdown, Barnes. The Sooners lead, and they hang on the win, 24-3, knocking the Pac-12 out of the college football playoffs.
Maria, gratia plena.
And that does it for the second round. Again, this tournament is so insane. It's a ton of fun to watch. Make sure you, again, guys, hit like and subscribe. Help support the channel. Help us grow. If you want to see more content, drop a comment down below. What do you guys want to see? That'll do it for this video. We'll be back in part 2 where we're going to do the quarterfinals and the semifinals. And then part 3 will be the championship game. Slade, Nick, and I will all be together. We're going to do a broadcast style for that game. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys join us for that. If you're enjoying the content so far, again, hit like and subscribe. We will see you guys in the next video.